All right, so we're at the login page. And the first thing you're greeted with is your daily calendar in month format. And what this calendar is going to show is any projects that are assigned to you or anything that you've created. Everything's color coded. So if we were to look at the schedule that everyone sees, you can see we have in progress in yellow, projects that have finished in green, projects on hold, and upcoming projects. You can also see projects that are tentative, meaning you might have a project you're working on, but there's no established start date for it yet, or projects that you're currently bidding on and awaiting either a win or a decline position. So this is your main screen right now that everybody is in your organization going to be reviewing every day. And you can click on any of these tabs to show the details of your project, who's assigned. You have your working days and also your start and end times that you can input. Your customer information, POs, project managers, site lead, delivery partners, project address. This is just a basic overview of the project. Now the real beauty is the tech activity page that shows you who's clocked in, who's on site. So I can go here and I can see all my technicians that are currently clocked in. I see that I have one that has not clocked in yet. And that allows your project managers to be able to quickly follow up with that technician to see if they are actually on site or if they needed to take the day off and have not communicated that yet. So I can see so far there's 93 hours clocked in for the day at this casino that we're doing. You can easily look at the time cards, see what times people have clocked in and out, whether they have travel time, how long their breaks were, what employee they were, and what the date range is. You can also have a basic job overview. These are all the current jobs we have going on every day. So if we wanted to see what the status of this job is, we can see it's 64% complete. We can go and show that job. These are all the cabling locations within the facility. So there's a lot of them at this project. And we can see we've got IDF 1 here. We can drop this menu open and see that there's 2 cables in it. And they've been dropped and terminated. We can see what the cable number is, where the location is, and what the device is that it's connected to. We can also show the details of this location, what the patch panels are, what the devices like UPSs, switches are. You can also upload your rack elevation drawings, showing your technicians how you would like your racks laid out. And in every job, you have a job submenu. You've got view plan, line run summary, cable distribution, your project documents, your testing, punch lists, tasks, expenses, daily reports, and then your overall job master, which has all of the information related to that job. So we can see all of our expenses that have been tied to this job, all of our project working days, start date. You can assign a team to this job if you want to track it that way, or you can assign specific users. You can download all of your photos that are captured by your technicians on site. You can upload all of your project documents from here, as well as floor plans, scope of work, anything that's related to the job in document form. So if we go back to our line run summary, we can see that this job is 64% complete, and there's 440 cables so far in this project. All right, so we'll just go to cable distribution. This is where you build out your job and all of the locations within CableFi, all of your IDF, MDF locations, what their names are. The things that you want to capture, like the area, device, switch port, notes. You can also create custom cabling states. So if you want to track whether you have EMT installed, you would just select default with EMT, or you can create a new list. And you can also assign colors to each one of these states, and that's represented on your blueprints. Under project documents, this is where your technicians have access to all of the documents that you deem necessary for your project, all easily accessible on a cell phone. You can also upload all of your images. Your technicians can snap a picture that you request. They can upload them to different categories such as post-install, needs correction, pre-install, or other. It's a very simple process. Big feature in CableFi is testing. So during testing, you want to keep your tester going as smoothly as possible. You never want to stop testing to fix cables that have been improperly terminated. So as your technicians are testing, they'll mark the test state, and they can either mark it failed, re-terminate, re-pull, pass, tone, marginal, or retest. And when the technician marks this state, you have an auto-assigned user here that will receive a text message about the issue with that cable during testing, and will automatically tell them where that cable is, what the cable number is, and what the failure mode is. And that comes as an SMS message directly to their phone. So your testing crew can continue testing while your technician that goes out and fixes the cable can automatically update that SMS message with a complete status, and it'll let your testing crew know that it is ready to retest. It'll automatically update. If you're using a Fluke tester, you can import the Fluke XML test results file, and that'll do a comparison with all the cable numbers that you have in all your different locations. It'll let you know whether a cable is missing or you have a test result that's unexpected. So you could have a cable number that was inputted into the tester wrong. It'll let you know here. It'll also let you know what cables have failed, so you can easily go through the list. And if you have a cable number that you have added but not added to CableFi yet, you'll have an icon at your cable number level that'll ask you if you want to add the cable number to a location. And if you click yes, it'll automatically add it, and you can just add the details. With tasks and punch lists, you can create a master punch list for the entire job site. And then from this punch list, you can assign tasks to your technicians. Expenses. When you have technicians out on the road, you've got fuel receipts, hotels, airfare, etc. They can easily just select what their expense is. Maybe they needed to buy a tool. They can upload the receipt, let you know what the business purpose was, and then that gets billed against the project. And you'll be able to run a report to see who and why they needed to expense. So at the end of the day, your technicians usually are required to submit a daily report. And in here, you have an estimated completion of 64%. You've got your project ID, your delivery partner, who your site lead is. And then from this daily report, your technician can enter in whatever it is that you require them to explain about their day. We typically like to see what they achieved for the day, any blockers, and what they expect to get done for the next day. We have one technician assigned to this project, William Landwehr, and He'll input his time in, his time out, what his lunch was. He'll have his total hours, and then he'll have to mark this status as approved. The recipients here are everyone you'd like to receive an emailed copy of this daily report. This will help keep everybody on the project synced up. So typically in the morning, everybody will see what the technicians on their projects have achieved for the night. And if they have any questions, they'll easily be able to reach out to the site lead and capture any information that they need. Now, under settings, you can create users, teams. We do have printers functionality. So we have integrated a specific line of label printers that can be accessed from a mobile device running an Android application. Job logs. Your job logs are going to show you who made what changes to what cable numbers for any project. So we can see here, I made a change to this line on 2/3/22 at 9:18 p.m. I marked it dressed. And you'll be able to go back through time. And if there's any discrepancies of what got done and who did it, you'll be able to easily go back and see that information. You can input customers. When you add a customer to CableFi, they'll receive an email stating that they've now received access and that they can view their job anytime they like. And they'll have access to their customer dashboard that gives them an overview of their current progress in percentage format. And it'll also give them the ability to see what the status and percentage of every location, cabling location within their project. It'll also give them who their project manager is, the contact information, site lead information, etc. Delivery partners. A lot of times in this industry, you'll be working with another structured cabling company. They might be the project owner, or you might be the project owner and subcontracting to them. And you might want to give them access to the project within CableFi. And this is how you do it. You just input the email and it'll send them an invite. They'll accept it. And then they now have access to the projects that you specify them on. We can see all the projects that they've been listed on. Reports, you can either do expense reports, reports on the daily reports that your technicians created, or man-hour reports. And let's say we want to do a man-hour report. We can select a specific project that was going on during that day. And now we have a detailed man-hour report for each individual technician that was on that site. It gives you a date range and the hours they worked for the week. And this is how our HR and finance department tracks all of our labor hours across all of our projects. Same thing with expenses. We can see what expenses were accrued for the entire projects going on, or we can dial it down to a user or a specific project. Now you can also change your report settings. So if you want specific personnel to get an expense report, that means anytime someone submits an expense, these two users will receive those reports. Daily reports are the same thing. Anytime someone submits a daily report, these users will receive those reports. And then anytime someone submits a man-hour report, you can also send it to specific users as well. Form settings. This is where you can input your skills and certifications that you want to track against your team members or technicians. We do have current integration going on for Gusto Payroll. What this is going to do is sync your man hours from CableFi to Gusto so you can more easily run payroll on a scheduled basis. Then we go back to home. This is home calendar, where you can see your tasks and general punch list for the jobs that you're going to be associated to. And we have our clock in and clock out. Select the date. Maybe your technicians are working at multiple locations. They select this status right here, and that allows them to clock in and out at multiple locations for a single day. It also gives them the current hours today, overtime hours, total hours on site, and any travel time that they may occur.